barely in it.
All right, so we're gonna reconvene to open session at 6:53. And, is there anybody that needed to speak on an agenda item? Have anybody signed up? Okay. So, we're gonna move on to executive, item number 3, discuss and take appropriate action on the executive session item. The first one was NSF litigation.
So, I don't think we have any actions to take, I'm not making any motions, but I would like to go over some of the stuff that we've been doing. We've been having a lot of these executive session meetings, and obviously nobody gets to sit in on that, so they don't know what's going on. You know, 4 years ago, this BNSF debacle started.
Pull your mic a little bit closer. I don't have the other mics on the table.
Can everyone hear me now?
Yes.
So 4 years ago, this started with BNSF showing up, and frankly, under false pretenses, they were misled. The whole system came, the process we find ourselves in today was not optimally put together, and the previous administrations didn't do anybody a favor here. But be that as it is, BNSF has something that they need to get done, and we have something that we'd rather not get done. Neither party is in a great position, and we're both trying to solve something. We're this close. Can you see me on that thing? We're this close to getting an arrangement done that we can all live with. It's like going to mediation. Not everybody's going to walk away liking what they got, but we can't expect BNSF to just throw 1,000 acres away after they were invited here by the previous administration. That would be unreasonable. BNSF knows that we would rather not have them here, but we all understand that it isn't going to not happen. They're legally make them not own their property anymore, so we've got to come up with a solution that works for everybody. We've got a much better solution on the table now than was ever proposed by the original arrangement. That original arrangement was made by a group of people that didn't even read the contracts and had no idea what was coming, and we were looking at heavy industry. So the arrangement that we've got now, that we hope will be successful with this final round of negotiations with BNSF, is going to have a lot less than that. So we've got, and some elements that will make it a lot more palatable. So I don't think anyone's going to be thrilled, but it isn't going to be something that will completely be debilitating either. And as soon as we can, I would like to see us get the full disclosure of the entire issue out to the public as quickly as we can get past the negotiations on the current settlement. And I think we're waiting on BNSF now to come back to us with a final offer.
That's correct.
Okay. So that's what I wanted to say. I wanted that out because I think everybody knows I'm on the record of not liking these executive sessions that I want everything out in the public, and as much as we can possibly get out, I want to do it. And that's what we
We
are.
would like to have been able to do that now, since there's litigation, so that's,
I would like
It's a little bit
we haven't been
different.
saddled with an
Right.
unsolvable problem by a previous administration, but it is what it is. You know, we're Gunter, and we'll make it work.
I just want, the previous administration was under no litigation
right.
and there was no reason to not be transparent and communicative to the community. As soon as we're able, we're probably gonna have a town hall of some sort
In a larger venue.
in a larger venue. I know there's gonna be some folks that are upset, but what is currently on the table is light years ahead of where we were.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Much better than anything that's come up so far.
Yeah,
Much better than anything that was ever anticipated or proposed, enduring all the secret.
Right.
Well,
We don't know
it
how
helps
many
that we
how many
negotiate.
executive, I was just gonna say, I don't know how many times we've been in executive session, and then outside of that, Courtney and Dave and I have been on this project. So going back and forth, and of course, quite a bit, gosh, a lot there too, there's a lot of work that went into
That's,
this.
something I want to add. There's a whole lot of work, and a lot of people, including a lot of people in the city staff, and I want to see Burlington too.
Yeah.
It's a hard problem to solve because
It
it
is.
wasn't put together right. And it
press release earlier in the week that explained this, because we had to put it on the agenda. So the first time all of you had to include in the TEC complaints, I'm on number 11, and now we're all on number 2. But that first one was dismissed literally a couple of hours after we posted the agenda. So we had to explain it, and we did. So everybody can go online and see the press release, both on our Facebook page, on all of our social media, and on our website, and read it for yourself. You'll know exactly what's going on. With the TEC complaints, you know, obviously everything that we did with the website and on our mailer, the language had already been approved. It either came directly from the Texas Controller site, or it came from Pilot Point, who had theirs approved, their language approved by the TEC, which is like Gunter and some of that. And then additionally, the FAQs on the website, you'll go through and read those, you click on them, it has a drop down, and it'll point you to the statute that governs. So, and it shows you both the EDC type B, well, and A in some cases, versus the MPs, so that everybody can look. We want you to have all of that information, right? We want people to have that information because it's their decision to make. So there's nothing on the website that's trying to push anybody toward one direction or another. Obviously, we're not going to bring you something we think is bad, but it's your decision to make. So we did, and all of that information's there for people who haven't voted yet. They can go to the website and look at the FAQs. Hopefully, we've answered all those questions. Everything that was sent in to Deidre, we answered those online. So I hope that makes sense with the TEC complaints. The first round has been dismissed. We did the second round yesterday. It's more of the same. We expect it to be dismissed as well. And obviously, if there's anything else that we can update everybody with, we will. No, that's fine. Thanks, Adam, for trying.
No, it's not.
So, it is not really, I mean, we've already posted it, but that's what I was, I really don't need it anymore.
Good hustle. Good hustle.
Yeah.
No rest for the weary, my man.
I stick as a keyword.
Open it up, but, where is the, here it is. So it really just shows you, you know, look, everybody has a right to, if you think something's wrong, and you think your government is doing something wrong with election law, that's what the TEC covers, is election law. And you have a right to, you know, issue a smart complaint, fill that out, send it in. Or let the respondent know what is going on. All of these in here are, like I said, I'm on number 11. I do have 4 pending. All of the others have been dismissed. And as soon as those are not confidential anymore, I'll be happy to share with everybody what those are about. But right now they are confidential, and I'm not going to waive that because I've chosen to, I've requested a formal hearing on that. I don't know if they're going to allow me to do that, but I would like to do that because there's flaws in the laws that need to be corrected for the next person up on this. But, you know, all of these complaints here, you can see them. There were some that were submitted with audio that doesn't even include my voice on it. And, you know, anyways, I think everybody's already seen, that's the video that was made, that was submitted. And the actual complaint is here. I mean, it's just, y'all saw that it was dismissed. The staff and elected officials of the city of Gunter use city resources to promote and affect the outcome of Proposition 8 and C, and it just goes on. All 6 of us got it, plus Deidre and Adam, and then our website administrator. So there's not a whole lot to talk about. You guys have seen the dismissal, but you know, when we know any more information on the others, we'll also update you. So, comments or questions from you guys? No.
I just have, when we're ready, I've got a request for an agenda item.
Okay. It's not on here, so let's talk about the meeting, since
Okay.
it's not on there anymore.
go. Don Anderson, 102 Falls Creek Lane. Since I didn't know what was on the agenda item on a couple of things, I do have a couple of questions. One, dealing with the property that you're looking at purchasing that's off for the west of the school and all that. Right, you were talking about possibly the EDC being involved. Are you looking at the city purchasing the property, or the city and the EDC maybe coming to an agreement on a bounce of it or something like this in order to purchase this property, or what?
If you want to answer, we all talked about just
I
doing
mean,
it.
it's gonna be up to council. I think, first of all, we need to get them just to do not a sealed offering. And so if we're told it's fair market value, then there can be discussions between the city and EDC, you know, but that's gonna be between the EDC and the council.
Okay.
But that was the thought. There was a thought behind it that it could be the city, because the city's
I
already
kind of
established.
perceived that, and
Yeah.
so I figured, let me get a jump on this and find out exactly what you're looking at. Do we have a value yet?
We have the appraised value.
We have the appraised value. Appraised value is 262,000. Most developers would argue that's low. That's probably about less than $5 a square foot. So it really just depends on what the school is looking for. But appraised value, I think, is 262.
Yeah, tell them we want the city discount
Yeah.
on that part of it. Well, y'all talking about the husband and wife, marriage type thing on the BNSF? Living in the woods, I feel like I've been one of the people that's more like the divorce attorney here, involved with that. So you do say that you're gonna do a town hall later on where we'll get more details and we'll get an understanding exactly what we're looking at coming in?
Yeah, unfortunately, we
Okay.
still have to make a deal, come to an agreement before we can release anything, because that's the only way we get in litigation, right?
Well, I promise not to rouse we the people
But as
until
soon as
till we got information.
What we bring is the best we can do.
Okay.
We're gonna have to, we know that we worked very, very hard to get where we are, and both sides worked very hard to protect their interest, and I'm pretty proud of what we accomplished. I mean, we accomplished a lot, so unfortunately, we can't tell you all that ahead of time. We're just gonna have to come to an agreement, and then
Understand, I'm patient.
fully educate from start to finish, the entire, everything so that everybody is aware of how it got here and all of those things, so.
Okay.
The difference, it's a very, the difference between the agreements, I think that you'll look at the two and go, wow, that's, they're not recognizable one to the next. This is not the same, so, better than what we had, for sure.
Okay.
We'll get it out as soon as we can. So, Mark, if you hop up, you're gonna talk, you gotta come.
I'm good.
Oh, okay, I thought you.
Mark Merrill,
Gonna talk.
Mark Merrill, 71 Melbourne Court. All I would say is, anything has to be better than the last agreement, when the last agreement gave up all of the city's
That's
rights,
true.
period.
It really did.
It spelled out that if there was any kind of disagreement, it defaulted to BNSF
That's right.
automatically. So if you got something other than that, you've already won.
That, there was nothing in it for us, it was full into with no restrictions whatsoever.
And that's what I was laughing about, Doc.
Yeah. I thought it was where I said I was patient.
No.
We worked very, very hard on this, and, it's night and day with what we had, so it's good.
Well, we would not even be here.
We wouldn't even be here.
Were it not for Courtney.
Oh, 100%, no, Courtney's been great.
Oh, yeah, she's
We've,
she's my favorite.
that's important to know, I'm glad you said that, because it's true, Courtney. I mean, we didn't get this kind of help before, which is why we have to talk.
Yep, you didn't get it from the previous city attorney, she gave it away.
Yeah.
Don't worry about reading the coincide.
Yeah, that's right. You were in there, so everyone. Okay.
I didn't need that.
All right, so we are finished. We will adjourn at 7:09.
That's a record. That's exactly what
That's for your also just for supply.
Just make things open.
Notice that.
Well,
We'll come to another one.
Oh,
Seriously, thank you for answering all the questions I had. I'm sure if anything else I missed.
Thanks for like chatting us through this.
Well, I just let you know it existed anyway.
I appreciate it.
What, the council?
No, we're here for it. One more next Sunday.
Really are.
I appreciate it.
I mean, the upper administration. They developed their personality.
I'm just gonna stay
They're all
here.
everything. I'm thinking, I know they can. That's it.
Just try to keep everything moving. And something else comes up. Service good when everybody else.
Oh, wow. That's pretty good. Because sometimes they pay very simple. They really do. And I guess if there's civil service, maybe they.
I think he did. Twice the number.
Yeah.
That's just,
Oh, really?
just says it's live.
It's gonna be like a.
Well, yeah, you get business. That's like a hospital.
All right, we're out here.
My wife.
Microphone?
She just give me
It still says it's live.
It's the man at the top.
good night, Eric. I'm sure it's